Hey, it's Leo here, hoping you are well. And I wanted to make this video just to talk and reflect a little bit about risk versus reward. And it's something that I have been experiencing. If you've been following my journey for a little bit of time now, you'll know that late 2020, I stepped into the online space. I started learning how maybe I could fit in there. And in late October, early November, launched my own online business. And it's just been growing with each month. And it's interesting to kind of take a step sideways and just look at that, because I felt it was very risky in the beginning. It's easy now in hindsight to look back and say, actually, it wasn't that risky. But at the time it did. And it's interesting because I've been involved in a journey sharing through another platform where we've been talking about different times in our life. And I actually related very much to when I was in my mid-20s. And in my mid-20s, I was living back in Ireland. I was really loving life. I was a very happy person. But I had this burning desire to travel. And it had been kind of itching away for a few years. I hadn't done anything about it. And then bang, I hit my mid-20s and I could see my future. And my future, if I didn't make change, I was never going to travel the way that I'd wanted to. And I got to a point of saying, I'm going to do something about this. And so I did. And, if you followed some of my journey, I started working with a cruise line. I thought it would be for 1 year. Actually kept my job open back in Ireland, and it ended up turning into this ridiculous 20-year career where I got to travel the world and then some, and make lifelong friends from all over the world, and to build a really comfortable lifestyle. And at the time it felt like it was very risky, but then I look back on these things and it really wasn't, because I had nothing to lose. If I did it for a few months and I didn't like it, it was okay. I come home, I pick my job back up, pick my life back up, and I move on. When I see all of the things that came to my life from taking that one step and taking that risk on, it's absolutely extraordinary. From working on cruise ships, traveling the world for 20 years, to then living in Hawaii for 2 years, to then living in Italy for 10 months, and now living here in beautiful Grand Cayman. None of that would have happened if I hadn't pushed through that risk, what I felt was risk, and taken that chance. And it's interesting because I'm thinking of it more recently when I stepped into the online space. And yeah, it felt risky because I had no idea what I was getting into. It felt like it was a big risk because there were no guarantees. But then when I've started to feel the rewards of that in seeing my company grow, my company blossom, and I look back and it actually doesn't feel like it was that big a risk. When I look at it now and I see the potential outcome, it was like it wasn't actually that risky. Because again, what was the worst that could happen? If I had stepped into this space August last year and a month in said, you know what, this isn't for me, it was no big problem. I mean, I would have literally stepped away from it and I would have just picked my life up the way where it was before I stepped into this space. And to me, that's extraordinary because, if you're considering, or if you're given some thought to doing this, but that you think it's too risky, I'd encourage you to reconsider that, because it's not like you have to give up everything to try, create your space in the online world. You can do it layered into absolutely whatever you're doing right now, working full time, different, whatever your commitments are. I've said if you can find an hour a day to start learning, you don't have to give up anything. You can add it into that. It's and build it from there, and that's a reality stepping into this space. And I think in a lot of cases, motivation can be motivation can excel us to take action and do something, whereas a fear of something that can hold us back from taking action. And just from somebody who's been less than a year in this space and now is beginning to enjoy some of the rewards, I would say the risk is absolutely worth it. You're going to know in that first 30 days that this is for you. And the amazing thing about this is that, yes, there's a tiny investment into it. If during the 30 days it's not for you, you just step away from it. You literally get a full refund and you pay nothing, absolutely nothing. So there's no financial risk here. The risk is really up here in taking something on that you're not sure about and you're not sure if it's for you. But oh my gosh, the potential rewards if you commit to this and learn, you can make so many life-changing realities by stepping into this space. So I hope you find some value in this. I encourage you as always to reach out and connect with me. If you would like to learn more about it, just click below. There's going to be some links there to show you some more information about it. But do reach out anytime, and thank you so much for watching.